before we start with the other things, I want you to first think and answer what is the difference, right? You're in grade. In the previous year, you were in the grade. What is the difference? The school is the same, new school, definitely. Teachers are the same. So what is the difference between grade 9 and grade 10? You have to give your board exam. Brilliant. And what is the difference between an exam and a board exam? Suppose board exam है, board exam. क्या difference है? Exam तो exam है. Exam तो हम बचपन से दे रहे हैं, right? Right? So then what is the difference between an examination of a school and your board examination? Okay, so you have the entire year's portion to give. Very, very good answer. Excellent. That is the difference. You know, you had a chunk of portion that you had to give. Grade till grade 9. Now in grade 10, you have the entire portion to attempt. Besides that, you have to do board examination in CES. In the center, all right? So you're not going to be sitting in your own school, in your own classroom. You're going to go to another center and give in a new environment. Excellent. Besides that, all right, papers correctors, you don't know who's going to be handling your paper, so you have to be, because your teacher still at the soft corner, maybe half a mark here, 1 mark here, de do, chal jata hai, bachche apne board correctors are not going to have any passion for you, right? So they are going to be trying to rob away the marks. Correct? Besides that, this exam will be a turning point to all. Excellent. This is what I've been waiting for. So this exam is your passport to move out of the school and enter a new institute, a career, right? Because you are going to take admission with the school. Even if you want to be here, no one is going to keep you. I'm very sure you don't want to be here. All right? By grade 10, you said, "Nahi, abhi to humko jana hai yahan se." Finish. Correct? But you're going to attend that exam, which is going to give you the passport, right? Your mark sheet is going to be the passport for you to get admission. And with that, we are going to start with this presentation, where first and foremost, and that is why we had requested that we want this workshop towards the early time of the year, so that before you get started with your grade 10, you're very sure of how you're going to navigate, how you're going to go through the year and make the most of it, right? So before we start, you can see you planning your year is my topic, because you need to plan this year very well. Okay? Yeah. So before you are going to start with anything else, today when you go home, you're going to take a huge bold sheet, and in bold letters, you are going to write, I can, I will, and paste it where you can see it every day when you're removing your books. Correct? You're going to be handling your daily stuff, and you can scribble a little bit of your percent that you expect to gain. You have to have a goal, right? Now, supposing you have decided a destination, you have decided to go for a holiday. So you don't just pack your bag and go to the station के जहाँ की ट्रेन मिलेंगी वहाँ चल जाएंगे. होता है ऐसे? नहीं होता है. Why? Because you plan the destination. Okay, if you were supposing you want to go to a cold place like Kashmir, so you're going to pack your bag accordingly. If you're decided to go to a wet place, you're going to carry your clothes accordingly, right? So if you have decided, you're going to first think about what percent you want to aim for. You're going to write that over there down. And every day when you see, you're going to get that motivation. This is my destination. This is where I need to go. All right? And we are going to start planning for that. All right? So this is a proverb. Had you heard about it? If you... I want you to write this down as well. You have to plan. Without your planning, you are not going to really succeed. All right, you're not just going to go haywire, you're there. You have to have a definite plan in your mind how you are going to deal with your studies, how you are going to navigate through this year, because as I said, it's not only the competition that you're talking about. This is your passport for a new career that is going to become your exit point from your entry point to the other new part of life. Finished? All right, now we are going to look at how you're going to have the study habits. You have to have very strong study habits, right? So you have to have a schedule, a timetable. Because your academic success is dependent on your planning. That is, a plan is so important, right? So every day you have your school timings, you have your specific hours in the school. After that, if you're going for your tuitions or you're going to have your self-study, you have to have a timetable. From this time to this time, I am going to sit with my books and study. And that is a must. In grade 10, you cannot compromise on beyond that anything. You cannot wait for a later time. कि अभी तो बहुत महीने बाकी है. You will do it. It will never happen. Alright, so you have to have a very set regular timetable. You can use your Pomodoro. Have you heard about Pomodoro technique, which is really very rampant now? Yes, who can define what is Pomodoro? Don't get scared. We are not going to minus marks. Alright, so even if you are wrong, it's fine. You made an attempt, that is why you have won. Say. Absolutely right. So can someone repeat over there? Because I'm sure the voice is not reached. Someone on the last, can you please repeat what is Pomodoro? Come on, one of you. As I said, we are not giving you marks for any answers here. We are not cutting marks for any answers here. Make an attempt. It's good for you. Yes, what is Pomodoro? Never heard of it? My girls seem to be a little more aware. Alright, so Pomodoro is a technique. It's a Japanese technique where you study for 25 minutes. And then you take a break of 5 minutes. Alright, they say your concentration level at this age is for 25 minutes. Okay, and after that you take a 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, be very sure not to touch your mobile. I can see the smiles. Because that 5 minutes will never end in 5 minutes. Before you know, it's going to be 50 minutes. Yes, you agree. I can see all the heads bobbing. You know it's a fact. Right? So you are not going to touch your mobile in that. You can just close your eyes and relax. Or you can have something, munch on something. That is fine. But 5 minutes is 5 minutes and get back. Now, what we are showing here are guidelines. Right? Each person has their own potential. So supposing you have a potential of extending that 25 minutes to 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, it's fine. It's not an obligation. फर्ज नहीं है कि भाई 25 मिनट के बाद में मिस बोले book बंद तो बंद. Okay? So if you're doing a math and you're in the midst of a problem solving, continue and finish it. It's fine. Got it? So these are just guidelines that we are going to, so that you become a better way of tackling your time and your management. Pay attention to the core subjects. Your math, your physics, your science, your languages. Alright? Especially math. Math, I always tell my students also, it's a very proud subject. You know why it is proud? Because if you do not pay attention to that subject, it will disown you. You understood what I'm trying to say? If you do not practice your math on a daily basis, it is going to double ignore you. But if you are not bothered, I care a damn. So, and when you have to attempt your exam, you cannot make enemies with math. We cannot offend math, right? So, it's best to make friends with these subjects. Practice math on a day-to-day basis. Practice physics on a regular basis. Practice your chemistry formula on a day-to-day. All these are writing and practicing. You cannot orally do all these. So you have to have a schedule, as I said earlier. Make a timetable, sit and practice, even if it means for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. See that you have on a day-to-day basis these things. And your language, what is important in your language to do? Your language, you have a lot of expression of your creativity, right? Your letters, your essay writing, correct? So when you are doing that, that also you have to sit and write. So you are going to give a written examination. Don't try to learn orally. Make it a habit, even if it means a few words from there, write it down. It's going to be really helpful because once you write it down, it stays with you for a long period of time. And very important, break your chapters into smaller units. Don't try to do the entire unit in one go. If you break it into smaller units, like today you've done one small unit of chemistry, you followed it well, then you can follow it with the next day, the next topic. So it will stay with you. Alright, so don't try to do everything in one go, then the entire week, don't bother about it. It is not going to help you in that way. Okay, so you're going to break it into smaller portions, do it on a regular basis, give focus to all subjects. It's time for you to go home. Alright. So, but we can't ignore subjects like history, geography, because they are like your free or critical thinking. They are learning subjects. So you can alternate. Like supposing you're doing math, then don't try to do physics after that because it's a heavy subject. Physics again is a heavy subject. Alright, so you can intersperse it with a history learning or a geography learning, a lighter subject. So it is going to, the matter is not going to, the data is not going to intermingle, and you will have space for the other subject to sink in your mind as well. Alright, so alternate it and it's going to really help you that way. Stay organized. Alright. So if you, again, it is the planning part of it. So keep you have your calendars, I'm sure, school calendars you have, or you can keep a book where you jot down what all topics you have already covered, what is still to be covered. Alright, so you will keep a track. Which books? The biggest problem with grade 10 is to get their workbooks completed. You think that abhi grade 10 में हमको notebooks क्यों चाहिए? क्या ज़रूरत है? है. Because when you are writing the answers, and if you do it regularly, you will see that in that process, you are learning. Right? The matter that you have written in your book is the matter that you have learnt. If you give your conscious effort, and if you write, the matter stays with you. So don't run away from completing your exercise books. It is important. And the matter is there at your disposal. It's easy for you to go back, learn, revise from there. Got it? So see that your books are complete and promptly. Don't delay your work. Fast. The subject coding. It is color coding is just a concept that we have, like you supposing it is your physics book. You can color it with a blue, or your math book. So you can color it with a gray. Alright? So when you are trying to search for the books, the color coding is like, you get more sorted. If you are doing your math, simply you pick up a black book or gray book or whatever the color that you have used, blue book for your physics, and immediately you can get started. So color coding is a new concept that is taking mileage. You can start with it. It's fine. Very important. If supposing you have not understood a concept in math or a physics or a chemistry, don't wait for the next topic. Don't assume that maybe the next chapter will get a more clarity for me. Alright, it's only going to add to your confusion. So if you have not understood, it's absolutely fine. But it's normal that you've not understood a certain concept in math or physics or X, Y, Z. You can always ask for help early. Who can you ask for help? You can go for your teachers. If you have attended sincerely, if you have paid attention in class, if you are regular in your attendance, and still if you have not followed, no teacher is going to refuse. But if you have been missing school, or you are up to some mischief and tricks when the teacher was explaining, then it is not fair for the teacher to sit and explain to you again. So the onus is on you. If you are sincere with your attendance and your attention, the teachers are ready to help. Besides, if any other student has understood the concept, he can always ask that a child who is good at it to explain, because the best way to learn is to explain that concept to someone else, right? Once you have explained to someone else, that concept is more clear for you. So the best way to learn is someone explain it to someone else, you will understand better and that child also will be helped. So it's going to be a mutual help for both. Of course, you have online resources as well. If you can, listen to the podcast, and that is also going to be helpful. Now, your time management. Grade 10, you don't have time forever. Before you realize, already you have done your first test. Correct? And the biggest myth in grade 10 is that these tests are not going to count. How many of y'all feel that way? ये थोड़ी ना बोर्ड के अंदर काउंट करेंगे टेस्ट. Why should we work for test? These are small chunks that you can learn easily. These are stepping stones for you to know and for you to learn. Instead of sitting with the entire portion, it becomes very difficult to learn. The small deadline, the small test, the small portion is easier to learn, right? And you've written a test, you get good marks in it because you've learned a small portion on it, and then you get that confidence that I've learned. This is sorted. All right, so what remains later is only the revising part of it, the revision part of it. All right, so please see that you treat each and every test seriously. Don't ignore these tests at all. All right, communication is so important. I just said, no, that if you, supposing you know a topic very well and you know that one child is struggling, you explain to that child, or someone is not understood, you asked for help, correct? And in class, when teacher is explaining and she asks questions, please make it a point to answer. Why? First of all, teacher will feel good that you have understood. Second, you will have the confidence of speaking up. You will be confident of your pronunciation. Okay, today you are a small group here, right? It's a very small group that you are interacting with. Once you are out of grade 10 and you go to college, you are going to interact with a wider range of people. And if you don't have the confidence, you are going to be left out. No one is going to bother. So this is the platform for you to gain your confidence. All right. So see that you speak up and you practice your writing as well, because that is going to be of great help once you're out of here. So don't hesitate. If you need help, ask help. Don't hesitate to speak up. Ask for help. Answer the questions in class, and that is going to build up your confidence as well. All right. Now it's time for you to sit and reflect. Now this no one can do but you yourself, because no one knows you better than yourself. All right. To sit and reflect. What are your strengths? Which subjects I need help? What can I do to improve myself? Where am I going down? Which subjects are pulling my percent down? All right. Am I being lazy? Am I ignoring something that I need to pay attention to? So accordingly, you will have to reflect on your strength and your weakness, and you are going to address those issues. Don't brush it under the carpet. You know the proverb, you know the term, right? If you have an issue, if you have a problem, you have to address it. You have to face it. You have to solve the problem rather than ignoring. It's going to just escalate. So if you want to solve a problem, you have to address that problem rather than just keeping it away. Okay, and that is going to help you develop in your overall, not only academics, but other characteristics also are going to grow. Now, as I said, this is your year to move out. So you have to sit. Many times, when I'm interacting with students and say, okay, what have you decided? Oh, we'll see what percent I get. According to that, I will decide. How can you say that you're going to decide what stream you want to do depending on the... It doesn't go that way. Like I just said, if you decide a destination according to that, you are going to pack your bags. So you decide what stream you want to go to. And according to that, you have to work for that percent. All right? Besides that, you also need to think about where you see yourself 5 years, 7 years down the line. Supposing you are going to do a BCom example. All right? So what after your BCom? What do you intend doing with that BCom? You've done your BCom. Uske baad mein kya? You want a bank job or you want to go further into financial studies. So you have to first prepare your mind as where you are going to head to. What you are planning to do. Where do you see yourself? And according to that, you are going to work for that particular destination of yours. All right? So grade 10, as I just said, that it is going to decide which career options open for you. Which college is going to take you. All right? So your grade 10 might decide which college you get into. But that college also matters because if supposing you have people who are very focused, if you're surrounded by people who are focused, who know what they're going to do with their future, who know what they're planning to do, they are going to be your motivation guides. All right? And someone is saying, kya karai, padhai kar, I am not interested. You will also get demotivated. So see that you surround yourself with people who think that they have to get ahead in life. All right, and education is an important tool. If you want to change and if you want to improve and you want to progress in life, it's not only education, but education is a very important tool to help you achieve that. And you have to add, I want you to copy this as well, SMART. What do you mean by SMART? Specific, measurable. Who can read? I want one of the boys from the last, chalo. Please stand and read what is written on the board. Yes. Relevant and time bound. All right. So this is what is your details of being smart. Study smart. Okay. Hardworking and smart. Thank you so much, my boy. One is hardworking and one is smart working. All right. So you have to put in that effort, but be smart enough. And if you have planned, then automatically you will see that it is not so difficult. It is not as difficult as it appears to be if you start taking that one small step at a time and you are regular with your work and your studies. All right, no procrastination, no being lazy. Then definitely you are going to win all the way. All right, I want someone to read what is written on the board. I want one of the boys only. Read.
Success in grade 10 isn't about being perfect. It is about staying
Consistent. All right.
conscious and
open to learning. If you think that I know everything, will you be able to learn? No scholar, no learned person, no knowledgeable person can claim that they know everything. All right. So we cannot afford to think, oh, I know everything. So if you are curious, if you keep asking questions, you're going to learn and you're going to mentor yourself as well. All right. So all the best for your grade 10 planning.